I want to bring in a gentleman who certainly is very well known, Massachusetts State Senator, my very dear, close, personal, long-time friend. I don't mind telling you, Bob Hedlund, come on in if you would, please, to a standing room only house. Certainly.
Well, I guess as one of those closet wrestling fans, it's an honor for me to be here today and welcome the WCW to Boston. Actually, it's maiden visit to the Fleet Center. And on behalf of Massachusetts state government, and Massachusetts legislature, House and Senate, I'd like to present to Mean Gene, to the WCW through Mean Gene, and to Cam Neeley, on behalf of the Cam Neeley Foundation, a resolution that I'd just like to take a moment to read. Resolutions honoring the members of the World Championship Wrestling organization in their efforts to assist the Cam Neeley Foundation. Whereas World Championship Wrestling is making its debut in the Boston Fleet Center, and whereas WCW Monday Nitro is cable television's top-rated show, entertaining millions weekly, and whereas WCW Monday Nitro will be televised live nationally from the Fleet Center on June 9th, 1997, and whereas the Cam Neeley Foundation, which has created the Neeley House, a home away from home for families of patients undergoing cancer treatment in Boston, will benefit from a portion of the receipts on said evening, and whereas the WCW is home to the wrestling world's greatest athletes, such as the Giant, Randy Macho Man Savage, Rowdy Roddy Piper, the Taskmaster, and Boston native Kevin Sullivan, Johnny Grunge, his tag team partner Rocco Rock, and Sting, just to name a few. Whereas the WCW is also home to two of the greatest performers in wrestling history, the true icon and current leader of the New World Order, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and 13-time heavyweight champion, leader of the Four Horsemen and master of the Figure 4 leg lock, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Whereas the Monday Nitro broadcast team, Mean Gene Okerlund, Tony Schiavone, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Larry Zbyszko, and Mike Tenay is one of the most colorful and entertaining in sports television. Now therefore be it resolved that the Massachusetts Senate welcomes the entire WCW family to Massachusetts and wishes them well in their efforts to assist the Neeley Foundation. And be it further resolved that a copy of these resolutions be transmitted forthwith by the clerk of the Senate to Cam Neeley, Ric Flair, and Kevin Sullivan, and is signed by Senate President Tom Birmingham, clerk of the Senate, and myself, State Senator Robert Hedlund. It's an honor for me to present this to Gene Okerlund and welcome the WCW to Boston, and on behalf of a tremendously worthy cause here with the Neeley Foundation and the Neeley House. Thank you, Mean Gene.
Thank you very much, Senator. I hasten to remind you that with the portion of the proceeds going to the Cam Neeley Foundation and Neeley House here in Boston, the tickets will be going on sale tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at the box office at the Fleet Center, and they're also going to be available at all Ticketmaster locations. We do, yes, expect to sell out. This program is red hot, and by virtue of the fact of having WCW Monday Nitro in town, it guarantees that virtually every superstar in our stable, our vast talent stable, will be part of the action on June the 9th, 7:30 p.m. local bell time, coast to coast on TNT at 8 o'clock. I'd like at this time to bring out a gentleman who stands 7'4" tall. He is a modest 456 pounds, but he is truly a human being. I've gotten to know this guy over the past couple of years. He is a gentle giant. When he gets his ire up, it's a little different, but certainly one of the brightest stars in professional wrestling today and for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Giant.
I like to bend over to talk. I'm used to it, don't worry. First of all, I want to thank the great city of Boston and, of course, the Cam Neeley Foundation. For me, personally, just started professional wrestling at 25 years old. It's an honor to be involved with something like this and come up here to the great town of Boston. Probably the two things that excited me the most was, of course, the Cam Neeley Foundation, and also on the plane up, me and Jim was telling me about the great food here in Boston. And as you can tell, I'm a big fan of food. So to keep things real short and sweet, it's an honor to come up here June 9th and wrestle my heart out for WCW and, of course, the Cam Neeley Foundation. So thank you very much.
very curious. Did they ever have anybody on blades that size? I know when you get the blades on, you're another 3 inches taller, but if we put him on the ice?
You play the fence?
I can sit in front of the goal and block it out.
Probably play anything he wants. One of the most flamboyant men that has certainly passed the test of time. He is the 13-time WCW heavyweight champion, former heavyweight champ. And this guy has done it all. And to spend the night anywhere, hopefully in Boston, with the Nature Boy Ric Flair, is the experience of a lifetime. Please welcome, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Please.
Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be here not only as an athlete, able to know that on June 9th I'm going to be able to participate in an athletic function in a city as rich in athletic tradition as Boston, Massachusetts. Gene put it gracefully. I have lived through what period of time, or survived the time?
The test of time.
The test of time. But in that test of time, I, like most kids growing up, have been a great follower of the Celtics, the Bruins, the Red Sox, and it's no secret to anybody that follows sports that this is a huge, huge athletic town with a huge, huge support from the local community. As a young wrestler, I always heard about what it would be like to wrestle in Boston Garden. It took me 20 years and a move from one organization to another to finally get that opportunity, and I have to tell you, it was a thrilling night for me. The first time I wrestled Hulk Hogan in the old Garden. It will be equally thrilling for me as a WCW wrestler that has survived the test of time to be here at the Fleet Center tonight, and be here not only in recognition of the fact that you guys have a beautiful new building, but because of the fact that Cam Neeley, phenomenal athlete, a phenomenal hockey player, and obviously a phenomenal person, has put his own time and personal energy into putting together a great foundation. We, as athletes, as entertainers, as personalities, are thrilled to be here in Boston, thrilled to be part of the opportunity to help raise money for a great foundation. But most of all, we're just thrilled that Boston, Senator Hedlund, and people of his status recognize us as what we feel we are in life, and that's big-time players. We're thrilled to be here, and I promise you on June 9th, we will style and profile and walk the aisle at the Fleet Center. Senator Hedlund, thank you very much.
The Nature Boy Giant and myself had an opportunity last week to tee it up with one of your all-time greats, Carlton Fisk Fudge, as suspect on that handicap. Also on the subject, Senator of Kevin Sullivan, I don't think he's registered in the state of Massachusetts any longer as a voter, but I'll tell him you said hi. Now, okay, what we're going to do, folks, is systematically, I'm going to have Alan Sharp, Jim Delaney from the Fleet Center come on out. As I remind you once again, the date is June the 9th. A portion of the proceeds will be going to the Cam Neeley Foundation and the Neeley House here at the New England Medical Center.
Hey, this is the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Be sure and watch the Century Wrestling Alliance. Woo!
This is a Giant, and you know you're watching the Century Wrestling Alliance. Ah!